Hello, my name is Jillian Knapp, and this is my science project about Chernobyl. What was Chernobyl? Well, Chernobyl was a freak accident that occurred in 1986 as a result of a flawed reactor design that was operated by inadequately trained and equipped personnel. And today we're going to learn about it. So I'm going to play a short little video. It's very short. Don't mind that. Okay.
The world's worst civilian nuclear disaster took place when a reactor exploded at the Chernobyl power plant in Ukraine, then part of the Soviet Union. Present-day Belarus received 60% of the initial fallout. The radioactive cloud spread further to cover most of Europe. The Chernobyl nuclear power plant was one of the Soviet Union's most advanced facilities. The first two reactors became operational in the late 1970s. The fourth reactor was the newest, going online in 1983. On April 26, 1986, technicians prepared to test the backup cooling system in reactor number 4, but the routine safety drill went horribly wrong. A nuclear reactor is like a giant steam engine. Uranium fuel rods react to produce a massive amount of heat. That converts water into steam, which drives huge turbines to generate electricity. Control rods are inserted in between the uranium to slow the reaction. And it's crucial for cooling water to be pumped around the core to prevent overheating. But as the test began, almost all of the control rods were removed, and technicians lost control of the flow of coolant. Temperatures soared, and extreme heat began to melt the core. At 1:23 a.m., Reactor 4 exploded. It spewed 8 tons of radioactive debris into the atmosphere. 115,000 people were evacuated from a 30-kilometer zone around the plant. The battle to put out the fires inside lasted for 15 days. More than 500,000 military and civilian personnel were drafted to deal with the accident and its aftermath. 31 of the initial firefighters and plant workers died within days from acute radiation sickness.
So essentially, Chernobyl was a freak accident that occurred in 1986, as I previously told you. Chernobyl was a tragedy. It took the lives of many civilians and animals in the area. It was mainly due to the company who was hiring undertrained workers. The impact of Chernobyl is direly important. People were impacted for the rest of their lives. Many people died just from the incident itself. Many people suffered for the rest of their lives. It was horrible. People are still alive today from Chernobyl, and they are still impacted greatly by Chernobyl. They have flaws in their physical appearance and in their mental capacity. They have many, many issues. Some needed to be amputated. Some were put into comas immediately. The impact was 400 times the Hiroshima nuke. So essentially, this company accidentally created a massive nuke. It was insanity, quite frankly. The public was outraged when they found out about this. It was a disaster. For lack of a better word, it was a tragic disaster. People are still impacted by Chernobyl to this day. People are still living from Chernobyl. People whose family members were affected are still living. It truly is a tragedy that this company created, and it just blew up the whole facility. And everybody in the town was also greatly affected by the explosion. Chernobyl was a disaster that should have never taken place, period. Our technology was so advanced at the time, it is truly insane that this was able to occur. Thank you for listening to my presentation. Yay, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. You can't see it, but I'm dancing. I really appreciate it. Thank you for having the time to hear me out and to honor these victims. Like I said, truly a tragedy. Thank you. No, go on. Stop.